bought some grip hoists. Have you ever used a grip hoist?
A few times with neighboring agencies, but we do not have any in our.
Okay.
We have come-alongs and stuff like that.
Yeah, so get rid of your come-alongs now after we see this in action. Okay. But we're gonna go over here and we're gonna put 2 grip hoists because you guys bought 2. I'm gonna show you how to do a controlled roll on a car. Okay, and then we'll actually kind of use it. Okay. So the kits come with the unit, the TU-28, comes with a handle, a snatch block, so you can turn the 4,000 unit into an 8,000 pound unit, right, with a 2-to-1 mechanical advantage. 60 feet of 7/16 wire rope, okay? And then it comes with 3 wire slings so that you can make attachments around objects, okay? I'm not a huge fan of wire rope around objects as my attachment point, just because wire rope has like a 25-to-1 DD ratio requirement, which means if I'm not going around something that's 25 times the width of my rope, I tend to want to bend it and I'm going to damage the spools of the wire rope, right? Chain has a 6-to-1, synthetics is 1-to-1. So you guys see over here, I use a synthetic sling on 1 because I'm around a little tiny hook. No damage at all. I can go around at 9 degrees on a synthetic sling and I don't lose any capacity, right? I take this wire rope around something, technically, I need to go around something that's 25 times the diameter of that, right? So that I have this nice smooth and not this, right? That's the worst thing you can do to wire rope. So it comes with them. If you're gonna use them, I like to use them in a straight, right? End to end. That works really great. I'm not saying that you can't use them around objects, just make sure that it's a pretty round object, right? For the chain, I always use the struts because the struts are 3 inches in diameter. So if you're gonna wrap chain around something, right, your 3/8 half-inch chain should go around something that's 6 times. Because now I have all these points of contact and it's smooth, right? Versus around something that's only a 1/2 inch and I side loaded 1 link. You guys with me? Okay. 60 foot of rope. Okay, you have 3 levers. So you have the tension. The tension has these little shear pins right here. Okay, so unlike a come-along, when you overload a come-along, what breaks? The handle. How many of you have a second handle for your come-along? Nobody, right? So you're dead in the water. Now you can't even function. So you're stuck right where you are. Okay, shear pins break. Pop this lever off. The top of the handle here, you have more shear pins. You pull them out. Line this back up so that it's kind of in line with the release handle that we'll talk about. So what you wouldn't want to do is have this like this and this one like this, right? Line them back up, ball peen hammer, tap, 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 you're back in business, right? Field serviceable, okay? So tension, release or slack, and this is your engagement, okay? So the way the engagement works, do me a favor and just hold that tire just like that. I'll try to stay in the camera. Okay. I'm a huge fan of wheelbarrow tires or motorcycle tires for my cable. I don't like the spindle that the kit comes with because it's a real pain to roll around, right? And it's hard to keep it tight. It always wants to come open, right? But it does stay. Okay? So with the engagement engagement handle up, and if it was down, all you need to do is push in on the side release here, and then pull up on this until it locks. There you go, okay? Now you feed the cable through from the front of the machine. Okay, I would use whatever I need to secure it back to here, right? So as I pull, it's attached. Take my other end, make my attachment to whatever that is. Let's say it's Mr. Sweeney here, right? And the nice thing is with this disengaged, the wire rope will spin on the machine. Okay, and then just keep feeding it. Okay. So I've taken all of the slack out. Okay. Pull the handle forward, push in, and release. Okay. Now the track teeth are engaged. Okay. If I want to tension this a little bit more before I put the handle on, just grab the tension handle. Okay. Until I start to get tension, then I would grab the handle. Okay, handle comes out, locks in place. Okay. Down on the machine, 1-person operation. Okay? You'll notice that every movement generates positive output or input. Okay, so unlike a come along where it's like click, 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 right? So you're getting half movement. This one, every bit of movement generates force. Okay. If I need to lower or create slack, all I have to do is take the handle, move it to this handle, and now it goes the other way. Okay. No levers, no sticking your finger in there, right? No trying to hold tension and release and then letting it down and then locking it and then releasing and then going back and locking it, right? None of that nonsense. Okay? You guys are gonna use these things and you're gonna be like, dude, get rid of the come-alongs. And I always joke, there's like 100, you guys have Aztecs, right? The little 4-to-1 mini set of fours, right? The old joke that there's like 100 uses for those things. Same thing here. You guys will find all sorts of uses for this thing. Okay? It is rated for personnel riding up to 3,000 pounds. So you could incorporate this into a vertical or high angle, low angle if you wanted to, right? If you have super minimum staffing, you have a 3,000 pound machine right here that you could hook in a vertical setting, lower somebody, pick somebody off, and bring them back up, right? With one person. It is rated for man riding. Okay, 3,000 pounds. Pretty awesome machine. Now everyone goes, how does it do that? The joke is there's like a little 100 dudes in there that just yell, switch, right? So when I'm here and I go, okay, they go, switch, right? And that's, but joking aside, there's essentially two tracks. There's a track up front and a track in the back. The tension handle goes to the tracks on the bottom, the release handle goes to the tracks on the top, right? So as I go forward, one track is holding, the other track is grabbing. Then as I come back the other way, it switches tracks. So now this track holds and this track grabs, okay? And then when I switch the handle, now the input force goes from the top to the bottom and it goes back the other way, okay? Pretty sweet, right? But you have continuous motion, okay? And no release mechanisms and levers and any of that stuff. So you guys got two of these and you're gonna love them. You're gonna love them. Again, 4,000 pound straight pull. If I have a 6,000 pound object that I want to move, right? Add mechanical advantage, right? Bring this back to another little separate, okay? As long as that pulley does what? It adds mechanical advantage. As long as it moves, okay? You can buy additional pulleys and create 3-to-1s with these if you wanted to, okay? Just be aware that just like rope, right? The more MA you put, the more rope or more wire rope you're going to need in order to move distance, right? So for every foot here, for every 3 feet here would be, a foot there, or 2 feet, it's going to be 1 foot. But you can turn a 4,000 pound machine into an 8,000 pound machine. You can move some stuff.